Bath Chamber of Commerce is just over about 100 years old. We've got 250 or so members right across Bath and North East Somerset, because I think it's important to say that whilst Bath is the centre, the engine, if you like, of the district, we also represent members and businesses right across the district. The main aims are the traditional Chamber aims. Number one, helping people in business to have their voice heard. Incredibly important, because we want to be able to say to local authorities, regional authorities, national government, these are the things that are important to business. These are the things that will help us create jobs and create incomes for people who can then spend them, and we have a prosperous community. So that's the number one thing, I think. And number two is an opportunity for businesses to commune together. They can attend events, they can talk to one another, they can share experiences, they can come along and have a bit of a moan, if you like, and then they can also come up with answers. So I think those are the two most important things. One, that we represent them, and two, that they can network and join together and really be a force. For a new business, for example, it gives you a really good in to the existing business community, so that you can actually find out what is going on. And quite a lot of businesses are so focused on running their own business, they don't really have an opportunity to think about the wider elements that come into play and have an effect on them. So I think that's a really big reason why a new business should be in there. Why should an existing business be in there? Well, most businesses have two options, don't they? One is to stay as they are, go backwards and fail. The other is to grow, expand, develop and succeed. And I think one of the things that we can help people to do is to grow. So for example, one of the issues I think for many businesses in Bath is there aren't enough modern office spaces for them to occupy. It actually prohibits growth, there's no question about that, and to some extent it encourages people to go and look elsewhere. So one of the things that we have been lobbying for a long time, and the Council is very clear about it and is now looking seriously at finding development spaces, is new modern office spaces. Now, if the Chamber wasn't there making that case, making that argument, then businesses wouldn't have that voice, and it wouldn't happen. One of the things that we've succeeded in is having a very, very good, close working relationship with the Council, who are critically important to how the environment for the economy develops. So we regularly make contact with senior councillors and senior officers, and that's really important, to have that sort of conversation, so that you can pick up the phone and you can talk to the Chief Executive and you can express a view. And some of the benefits that brings, well, for example, the Council were looking at their strategy for parking charges. So we were involved at a very early stage in that, way before an actual paper ever went to the Council. We were able to put our views in, and subsequently when that emerged, it was very much along the lines that we've been asking for. We've also been putting pressure on when it comes to planning. We think that the planning process is rather slower and more cumbersome than it should be. And the planning department have really sharpened up their act. They may not be absolutely perfect as yet, but they're going, I think, in the right direction. So those are the sorts of positive, concrete things that we've had a part to play.